Hey guys, what's up? So, in this kind of episode-ish of whatever it is, I'm going to be talking about what stocks to buy. Currently, at this moment in time, there are a couple, and you may be thinking, well, the entire market's going down. Um, well, you can buy the dip, and not, and we also will be reviewing a lot of stocks. So, on this side, right here, we have our stocks that we are going to look at. And I'm going to just bring up my new. Okay, let's basically turn this off. Okay, basically, we're going to go through these and we're going to see what's up with all of them. So, Apple, we have first Apple. Now, this is on 15 day. Let's go to the day. Let's try to get a good swing trade out of this. So currently we are pretty high off the 180-day SMA, which is this red line right here. Sorry, I'm gonna put that away. We're pretty high up against it, okay? But if we're actually like trying to forecast the trend here, we're at a crossing point. We have a lot of upward pressure, but we also have a lot of downward pressure too. And considering that we have a hyperinflation, new administration putting on different regulations, it could be forcing it to go down. But we have ways to stop this. So what we can do here is basically look at our 20 SMA. So you can see I have that right here. And we're going to have our 100-day SMA, just so I can show you. Let's go 150. 150-day SMA. So we can use it as a complete support. So what happens when it tends to go down? So October 1st or something like that, it started to go down. November of 2020. Went down, didn't use it as a support at all. It even used it as support here and here, and here, and here, and here. But it's just a matter of time until it goes below. Now, we can make a really good swing trade when it crosses the 20 SMA again. So we have some consolidation. So if we zoom in here, and let's go to the 1 hour chart actually. So it looks like we're currently below the 15 moving average, but let's actually turn the second one off. Let's go with 180. Okay. And let's try to make a strategy out of this. Now, this might be a longer episode than you might be wanting to think about it, but we are going to do it. So I'm going to take this over here, and I'm basically going to create a strategy out of these two lines. So let's go 15 SMA, 20. Okay, so 20 is looking pretty right. So as you can see, we have our past trade right here. So it has good support on the long term. And what we can do here is basically wait. So we have support genuinely right here. We have some support right there. Now what we can do with all of that is we can just wait for the buy again. So you may be thinking, well, that's way too easy. But it's really not. I mean, this would have been an amazing trade here, and if we just literally copy it, we should be good, and we would have sold right there. And that would have been let me check how many percentage gain that would be. That would be a 7.5% return, and I would be expecting a 5% return. Let's just say June 10th is our estimating reversal date. I'd suggest that it might go back up to previous support and resistance, and it would be about a 5% trade. So that's what you can do. Now, if we look at statistics for it, and we bring up let me bring it up real quick. If we look at our technical analysis here, which you maybe not be able to see, I can see it though, so I'm going to read it real quick.
Centennial Medical Plaza has been serving the community for years.
Moving averages. Sorry about that. I had no idea what that was. Okay, so moving averages are bearish. Volume is average. DMI, its trend is weak. On the week, it's bullish. RSI is falling in the bearish zone, which means it's gaining support, and that's bearish. I can't even say it. I'm not even gonna attempt. SCHOA. I can't say it. Okay, people have told me that I said it wrong. And we have our MACD is bearish, and our awesome oscillator is falling in the bearish zone, so it's gaining more bullish. Right now, it's kind of at a breaking point at 54%, and 50% is equilibrium, so it can practically go any direction at this point. So that is definitely a way to look at it. Now, we're going to now look at Microsoft, and as we can see right at here at the moment, let's go to day range. Alright, so we are on a consistent upward trend, but the reason why I chose this one was because it has a, sorry if my face is a little, sorry, I don't want to adjust my blinds, it's a complete upward trend, but you can get it at a discount, and it can be a really good, nice little swing trade here. So if we go like this, and then we hit auto, we should be able to look at this. So it kind of fluctuates, the price does. So what we kind of have to do is put a longer position on the, a longer point on the SMAs. So if I go like this, so actually I don't think the 1 hour is going to do it, so let's do 4 hour. Okay, I think the 4 hour is going to do it for us. So we don't have, so the price doesn't really fluctuate that much for us. Let's go with 100. Actually, no, let's go 20. And then let's go with 30. So right now I'm just making a strategy. So let's go with a WMA. And did that work last time? No, so we need to adjust this real quick. Let's go 15. So once our line breaks here, so fully breaks, which should be any time now. So hold on, let's increase this to 50. This is all the little stuff that you guys should probably see anyways. Let's go 70. Okay, so 70, let's go 65, so we can try to get in at least a half decent price. Let's go 70, actually, I'm sorry. So 70 SMA, and then we have a 15 WMA, and that should be our little trade right here. So in the past, this has worked because it's used as a support, but then once it breaks above fully, so let's just say right here, this would be its first break right there, and then it broke the SMA right there. It's a 1.5% profit, so I'm not really recommending this, but it can be done. That one is 7%. This one, if you got in at a bad price, you would be currently looking at 5% there, and my expectations for this one are not very high, so let's just say it goes up to past resistances, 2.8%, somewhere around here, because it has to break this, but it has to go down first, so let's not really worry about that. Okay, we have Pine. It is currently looking slightly different to the official count. Okay, so this one is actually a little glitchy at the moment, but it has good earnings and just overall good stuff. So this may be a long-term play more. But right now, as you can see, if we draw these trend lines, we're getting in a triangle practically. And we're getting to the breaking point where it can either move up or down. And you can capitalize off of that anyway. So let's just say it breaks down, you start shorting. If it breaks up, you put in a long position. Now, I wouldn't really know how to set up the trade, but I'd probably set up the trade like this. So the high is currently right there. So let's just say that it continues on this support line. Let's just say somewhere around this area right here, it's going to sell. So let's average this out right here. You're going to make close to 8%, and on the downtrend, on the downturn, you can make close to 8% again. So everything works. Pine, okay, AAP, currently it's down. Advanced Auto Parts Store they're honestly a really, really good company. They have good earnings, good dividends, and it's at a discount right now. So I'd definitely hop in there. I don't really have to do a technical analysis on that one. This one is basically a utilities company. Now, if we look at it like this, you can definitely see the support and resistances. So currently it's at a break point. So it can basically move up or down. So at this point, just look for the 15 SMA, and if it can trade like this, but it can go up here, it can go down here, and it can go down here. But you know, it's kind of how it is, but it can do whatever it wants. And we're also looking at a nice double bottom for a complete reversal. So our expectations on that trade should be somewhere between 6% and 12%. And that is AES. And also, we're going to do a little bit of Bitcoin stuff. Okay, so as you can see, people are probably saying, like, what's going on? What's going on? Bitcoin's dropping it really, really fast. So and I'm like, okay, how are you going to buy the dip? Now, this entire episode is named by the dip, okay? BTC USD. Okay, the entire episode is named by the dip, okay? So you're probably wondering, okay, how do I buy the dip? Well, you can start off by getting just a pattern and trying to play off of that. So if I go like this, and I try to figure out what is the correct numbers to get in. So let's disable the second SMA, and let's say, let's look at the 60 EMA. Okay, actually no, the 60 SMA on the 4-hour chart, this is what we're currently looking at. And if you want to wonder, okay, also then on the second moving average, we're going to use the 180, okay? It uses the 180 or 200 day as a support. So if we look at it like this, you can see it started to go down here. Okay, I'm sorry, it's kind of being a pain in the ass right now. Okay, it broke down the 180 day and both the SMAs right around here. And that is honestly pretty terrible, okay? But it dropped really, really hard. It dropped from 10,000 to 9,000, okay? Then it got rejected and then dropped again until it made this upward triangle pattern and then broke off. So what you really want to look for is to break above the 120 day again. The 200 day again, or even the 60 SMA on the 4-hour chart. And if you're trying to swing trade or get in a low price, definitely do that. Now, does the market for Bitcoin definitely goes in cycles? So it goes on this downtrend cycle and then it'll cycle back up. So buy the dip that's pretty much how you buy the dip with confirmation. So I hope you guys like this video. Subscribe or whatever, I don't care. But that's how to buy the dip, and those are some good stocks that I recommend buying.